My dear brothers and sisters, our first reading talk about friend and friendship. The gospel talk about married and divorce. Jesus was on his way to Jerusalem and was imparting important teachings to his disciples and his followers. In his discussion with the Pharisees, the topic of divorce came up. Actually, the Pharisees weren't really interested in Jesus' teaching, but they wanted to test him and ask, is it lawful for a husband to divorce his wife? My dear brothers and sisters, it is possible that since they were across Jordan, and in that place in Perea, a region governed by Herod Antipas. This is interesting to understand because they wanted Jesus to deny the legality of divorce and then draw upon himself the wrath of Herod and his mistress Herodias. For it was well known that Herod, the ruler of this territory, and his consort had abandoned their spouses in order to remarry. Because John the Baptist had been executed for condemning their unlawful union. So we can see in Mark chapter 6. As he ministered in this region, the Pharisees hope Jesus will meet the same fate as John by making the same outspoken quote-unquote mistake. So this is really trap, If you say, oh, cannot, you will be condemned by the king. If you say, yes, you are able to divorce, you will condemn by the law. This is really a wicked person. But Jesus is always be Jesus, He's very smart and wise. If Jesus gave a simple yes answer to their question, the Pharisees really would be able to accuse Jesus of contradicting his own teaching. If Jesus had given a no answer, the Pharisees would have been able to accuse him of contradicting the law of Moses. My dear brothers and sisters, in rabbinic fashion, Jesus answered their difficult tests and questions with a question of his own. So, what did Moses command you? By asking this question, Jesus was able to introduce a key distinction between what God originally commanded at Sinai and what Moses eventually commanded on the plain of Moab. So, in fact, we have to understand, one of the keys to understanding the book of Deuteronomy is that it is the quote-unquote second law. That is, the law of Moses gave at the end of the 40 years of wandering in the desert. After 40 years, Moses was frustrated by the continual rebellions and sins of the people by their hardness of heart. So these few days we watching a miniseries of Moses in Netflix by commentary from Muslim, Jews and Christian perspective. We can see the people from the beginning was make Moses have difficult life. And from the book of prophet Ezekiel, the judge, we know that some of the laws that Moses gave in Deuteronomy were not good. You can check in the Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 25. This is the way Jesus judged the law Moses gave concerning divorce. Because of the hardness of your heart, he wrote you this commandment. So, when Jesus gives the new law, it harkens back to the original plan of God for marriage. From the beginning, God created male and female. Divorce and remarriage are prohibited in the new covenant. But in the practice, we can see many things happen. In the church, we have to check everything. If the marriage really legal from the beginning and legit, there's no way to divorce. But if we found that, the marriage actually from the beginning is not legit, so there will be something to annulation of the marriage, not divorce, because we in Catholic there's no divorce, but annulation may be possible, but need a time. So question for ourselves after listening to this reading, from first reading about friend and friendship, about marriage and divorce, maybe we can ask a simple question. Who are my closest friends? What is our friendship based on? How can I be a better friend and aid them on the path of salvation? Possible or not, we make a friendship with Jesus in this way? Or Jesus is our base of friendship because we have same interest, same ministry, and then we be a good friend. How we develop this friendship? So to help every family to have a fruitful marriage life. Amen.